Hey everyone, so I'm finally doing this video that I honestly thought about doing like ages ago, probably about 6 months actually, and I just kept putting it off because, to be honest, I think sometimes videos people put up of themselves are a little bit cringy, so I was kind of like, yeah, I don't want to do that. But the reason I'm putting it up, if I can talk properly, that would also help. The reason I'm putting it up is because I think it actually might help some people, and I know personally, if someone had told me this sooner, it's about skin, by the way, I'm gonna get to the point now in a second, but if someone had told me this sooner also, it would have saved me like at least 10 years of worrying about my skin. And by the way, if you hear any like birds screaming, I'm in South Africa, and there's these birds called hadidas, and they scream. Like in the morning they scream, and at nighttime or evening time you can probably hear that one now. That's not even a bad one, but anyways, so yeah, I forgot what I was saying already. So yeah, so the point of this video is that basically since I was about 10, that's when I started puberty, and that's when I started getting skin problems. And I can't believe I'm even putting this on the internet now. But yeah, that's when I started getting skin problems. And at first it wasn't so bad. It was just a little bit on my forehead, and then it went away, and then a few years, well, 1 or 2 years later, came back. I don't remember where it was when it came back, but it started like moving to like different areas, and then would go, and kind of went like that for a few years on and off, like coming and going. And like I would try some little vitamin or like cleanser, and it would seem to go, but I never really knew if it was just going on its own or if it was going because of the product that I tried on it. So yeah, and now I'm 28 and I still have a problem with it. It's way, way better now than it ever was though. So yeah, so basically I'm going to tell you just about that. I was also on birth control for 6 years, and I came off it like a year and maybe a year and a half ago or so. It did help while I was on it, but afterwards it was terrible, basically. Yeah. So anyways, so I as I'm sure everybody I know, because I've done it for years. Look, you can even see here, it's so annoying. Anyway, so yeah, I was constantly on the internet, like researching, like, you know, the usual like vitamins, even medicine or creams or blah blah blah, diets. There's so much stuff out there, and it's actually horrendous trying to figure out the right information. And because, yeah, some people like try stuff and it works, and it's just such a like maze. Oh my god. Anyway, to get to the point, the thing that I came across was B5 or / pantothenic acid. And basically I was on YouTube, and this woman came onto YouTube. I don't even know the name. I should have found it so I can link it here too. But basically her son, now I never had like extreme skin problems, but I just had like lasting over years. Anyways, she put up a video and said that her son was like 14 or something, and he was like really bad, covering his whole face and like bumpy and really red and really like uncomfortable. And they had tried everything, and they were going to put him on medication and blah blah blah. So, and she went into a health shop. This is how I came across this. She went into a health shop and just happened to say to the lady that worked there, who by no means was necessarily a specialist or whatever you want to call it, and this lady told her about pantothenic acid and said she vaguely knew it had something to do with something called coenzyme A, and that's something your body creates naturally, but in puberty it can get depleted, and that's why a lot of people when they hit puberty can get skin problems. So anyway, like, pantothenic acid is really cheap to buy, and so this lady bought like loads of it and was like, why not, might as well try another thing, it's not going to do any harm, it's also natural. So anyway, so her son tried it, and I mean, like, he had like bad acne, and within a few weeks, like, it started to clear up. Didn't clear up straight away. So anyway, that's what I came across, and straight away I was like, nah, I'm still not sure, because you could Google any vitamin and it might say it helps acne. Anyway, so I did a little bit more research, and now I'm after forgetting the name of the Chinese guy. Again, I'll write it down below here somewhere. I should have wrote it down on a piece of paper. But anyways, I came across this study. A Chinese guy, I think he was a Chinese guy in America or something, and he was actually studying about keto and ketosis more than anything else, and came across a relation of that with vitamin A. Or sorry, oh my god, I hope I can edit this out now. I mean B5. Yeah. So anyway, he was doing some study on that, and about, like, basically what he found was people that were either obese or who had acne or both, that they benefited the most when they did keto and when they supplemented with B5. And I think as he delved into it, it's a huge, big, long study to read, so I'm just summarizing. But as he delved into it, he found that the ketosis helped increase absorption and functioning of B5, and that was the correlation for that for skin. So basically, then he got more interested in the skin thing, and he did like a, what's it called? He did a study of people, put them on really high doses of B5, and they basically, over a few months, everyone was different, because it depends obviously how much of a depletion that you have. So depending on the person, it took different time, but I think it was at least 6 months, 90% people had clear skin, perfect again, or like mostly clear, way less breakouts, and even stuff like menstrual things for girls and stuff improved. And apart from, it actually is supposed to aid weight loss as well. So anyway, so that's what I tried, and in October last year I started B5, and obviously I couldn't make a video because I didn't have any results yet, so I didn't want to like post anything about it until I could see for myself. And I really didn't know if it was going to work or not, to be honest, obviously. But month by month, basically, I started to see a difference. It was really slow, actually, to be honest. I was kind of like was going to stop taking it a few times. But I knew that even when you take birth control, or if you're like waiting for your hair to grow, or you take, I remember doing also antibiotics for my skin too. It was always 3 months. That's when your cells turn over. So I was using that bit of like information to go by and giving it a chance of 3 months or whatever. Anyway, and so I did, and now what are we like now? The end of February. So that's like 5 months. Now, look, like, it's really not perfect at all. It's really not. But like, it was way worse, and it was very hormonal, like all around here. and all around here, not really up here. And I think that was because it came off the pill, and the pill, yeah, wrecks your hormones, so they go all over the place. So anyway, so it was all here and all here. I was so upset, like, oh, I couldn't even talk to people about it. That was another reason I didn't really want to do the video, because of that reason. But anyway, I think I've said that about 5 times now, so I'm gonna not say that again. But yeah, so I have makeup on now. I was gonna do it with no makeup, but yeah, whatever. I have makeup on now, so. And I didn't take before and after pictures because, again, for the same reason. How embarrassing is that to put up on the internet for everyone to see? Like, it's not an easy thing to do. But for anyone that knows me, I think they'll trust my opinion, and I never post anything like this. So anyway, so that's what I tried, and I basically took 10 pantothenic acid capsules a day, and that equals, I'm gonna have to check this now, but I think it equals to 10,000 milligrams in total. I'm gonna double check it before I finish the video, but yeah, and I'll show the packet of the ones I used, and you'll see the amount there too. Yeah, and that's also what the Chinese man in that study said. It was like, that was the amount that he gave to these people. So that's what I tried, and it's only 5 months, and it's not perfect, but my skin tone like changed, and the breakouts got less. If anyone wants to know, like periods and stuff improved and seemed to stabilize, actually, especially for coming off the pill. If anyone already knows this, like, some people don't get it for a year, so but mine seemed to they weren't bad before the B5, but they were more erratic, so they definitely did improve with that. And so it stopped breaking out so much, and I still do get this just before I'm due, but I'm probably going to cut that out of this video too, because I don't think everybody wants to know that. But yeah, it really, really, really did help. So it's at a very tolerable point now, where I only get a little bit here and there, and I'm going to keep taking it. I mean, oh yeah, that's another thing I want to say. It's water soluble, and so it just flushes out of your body. So, and there's no toxicity from it because it's water soluble too. So there's no side effects, like nothing. Like, I've had absolutely no symptom whatsoever, apart from good things from it. It's also actually supposed to be really good for your energy. So I always feel more energy when I take it. Well, I take it every day anyway, but I notice sometimes if I forget and I don't take it, I notice the difference in my energy levels too. So yeah, for anyone that's like worried that like you might like cause an imbalance or anything, I haven't experienced anything so far, so I'm just telling you from my experience. But yeah, so don't quote me on it, but I mean, I think I would know by now at this stage if there was going to be any weird symptoms happening. And then there was just 2 other things that I did. Now, they didn't handle it as much as the B5, and I'm sure of it because I was already doing these other 2 things before I came across the B5. And one of the things was called DIM. I'm not going to say the big words that's abbreviated for, because it's just going to give everybody a misunderstood word. But basically, it's from cruciferous vegetables like Brussels sprouts and broccoli and cauliflower. I think there's a few more veg it's from, but it basically helps with estrogen levels in your body, and helps natural again, helps get rid of extra estrogens, and Again, no side effects. The only thing I'll say about that, I'll also put a picture here somewhere if I manage to figure out how to even do that, because this is the first video I've ever made. What was I gonna say? I totally forgot. Yeah, so I did notice a difference with them, but not sustained throughout. I noticed in the first few months that it helped, but and I noticed again that it kind of helped with my period, and I noticed that in general kept my skin kind of calmer. But I still take it now because I just feel that it's good, because when I take it I can feel a difference. But I don't think that's actually what cleared up my skin, to be honest. And then the last thing, but it's actually really, really important. I know everybody is going on about keto, and I'm not going to go on and on about it. I'm just going to talk about the part of it that's about no sugar. The hardest part about it, actually. So yeah, I'm not even on keto in this very moment because it's so hard when you're traveling. I'm really struggling trying to be on it, so I'm not gonna even lie that I'm like on it right now. But yeah, I've been on and off it basically since I don't even know now, like a year. I think about a year, something like that. Doesn't even matter. Basically, I really think that had a huge impact. Apart from I did lose weight and stuff like that. It's actually amazing. If you get to try it, you should really try it out and not listen to what everybody can say about it, because it's really helped me, and I know other people who it's helped also. But anyway, to get to the point, the sugar thing, you know, you hear people like, oh yeah, the only thing you have to do is not eat sugar and your skin will be better and blah blah blah. It's actually true. Like, I've come on and off keto enough times now to know that when I come off it, if I'm off it say for like a month, and this is just for girls, this part, but the period that I'll get then after being off keto for a month, that period will not be very fun at all. My symptoms are way worse. My stomach gets way more swollen. My skin, this is the result actually. I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit more here. This is a result of not being on keto for a month. And before I arrived here in South Africa, I was on keto for a month and I got my period and I didn't get all of this, and I didn't get as swollen, and I didn't get as moany or anything. So I know for a fact that sugar thing makes a big, big difference. And actually I was getting headaches with it, like coming back onto sugar. Like, I knew it too while I was doing it. I knew it wasn't good, but you know, sometimes you just break your routine and whatever, you have to deal with it. So, but I will say that. And you know what, maybe if I actually did it long enough, maybe the sugar thing would completely clear it up totally. I haven't done it long enough to figure that out. But so I just wanted to say that also. And I kind of don't like saying it because I know when people were always telling me the sugar thing, I was like, oh my god, leave me alone, like literally. Because you also try so many things that you're just like, any suggestions just become like a whole like reminder of all the things that didn't work in the first place. So I like really know how that feels. So anyway, so I'm just really putting this video up for this reason. Anybody can like message me or text me, or if they, anyone that knows me can text me, if they want to like ask me more about it. I'm just like, I hope I don't regret putting this video up later, because oh my god, it's cringy, like looking at yourself, talking to yourself. It's kind of weird actually. But yeah, and if I wish somebody had told me or found out about B5 years ago, it would have saved so much like grief of trying to like find a solution. And to be honest, look, it's like still not perfect. I don't know if it's actually going to reach that point where there's no problems, but it makes it so much better and way more manageable, and like I think it really does put it under control. And anyway, you can research more yourselves about like coenzyme A and stuff. Like it's actually very scientific, to be honest. I've looked into it and stuff, and you can kind of get a little bit like, I have no idea how that works, but yeah, it's an enzyme that your body needs to create to be efficient enough to do all its jobs. Oh yeah, sorry, that's the last thing I want to say, is that basically how that works is that when your body hits puberty, there's a lot of changes, and so your body pulls this enzyme from where it can in the body to make all these fucking annoying changes that happen. And then your area where, you know, like your reproductive organs, that's where most of that comes from. So your body uses that, and it can get depleted that way. I don't know, I don't think it happens to everyone, to be honest. Don't know why someone would have that depletion and somebody else wouldn't. I have no idea. I'm going to be honest about it. I have no clue. But it really made sense to me, because it was exactly at that point when I hit puberty when I was 10. It's exactly at that point that my skin started showing signs of problems, and it's exactly at the point where I started taking this B5 that it changed, and has been getting better and better and better. So I'm pretty sure it's related to it, at least 80% of the whole thing. So yeah, and also B5 helps create the coenzyme A, in case I haven't said that already. B5 is not coenzyme A itself, but it helps facilitate the production of coenzyme A. So anyways, all those words, I hope they don't sound too crazy. I will like put in the names below this video of, like, again, how much I take and the brand that I use and stuff. But I mean, it doesn't matter, you can get pantothenic acid anywhere, and it's like, it's really cheap. So yeah, and you can message me about anything. But oh my god, I'm gonna upload this video now, and I don't think I'm gonna watch back over it, because I'll just think about it too much and then I won't post it. So again, I'm posting this for like anyone that has like struggled with skin, and only with the purpose of like helping someone who's like struggling with that right now and has no solution and doesn't know what to do. And also, more importantly, like a natural solution. I'm not going to preach about that either, but I think we all know, like, we do need medicine and stuff, but, you know, if there's a natural way of solving something, it's obviously 10 times better for your body and for your health and stuff. So I try, when there's any problem that I ever have, I try to do it in a natural way when I can, apart from obviously when I did birth control. But anyways, so yeah, that's why I'm posting it, and I hope, even if this just like helps like one person, that will be amazing. And honestly, you have nothing to lose. Even if you take it and it doesn't do anything for you, your body still needs B5 anyway, like it does, so it's not a waste, and it's natural, so it's not going to do any harm, and it's cheap. It's not an expensive thing, and you've literally nothing to lose. I would just try it and be patient for at least 3 months, and I really think you'll start seeing, if it doesn't clear up already, you'll start seeing a difference then. But you have to be patient with it, like you do. And then, okay, there is one more thing. It's like skincare and stuff. Look, like there's a million cleansers and all out there, and like, oh my god, that's another thing. I just can't stand any of that kind of side of things, because it's not that I don't think there's some things that don't work. It's just that, how are you gonna know? There's like so many different types of different stuff that it's like, it gets really overwhelming. So I just think keep it really basic. What I did was every evening I used Dermalogica. Every evening, every night before I go to sleep, Dermalogica. And I think it's even called the Basic Acne Cleanser or something. It's just a really light gel, and you just use like a tiny little, like pea-sized little thing, whatever you call it, on a like a face cloth with warm water. Well, actually, I use like a face wipe first to just take off makeup, and then I use the cleanser for like to proper clean it. And I think that really helped as well. You just do have to keep your face clean. It's not gonna handle it. Like, some people just think cleansing it is the handling, but I personally don't agree with that. Like, I just don't. I think it's coming from internal problems and not external. So, but obviously it's a basic thing you have to do anyway, so why not just make sure you're doing that properly, just to eliminate any chance that that could be. I mean, obviously if you sleep with your makeup on, that's not going to help your skin if you have acne and stuff. So just use that as like a basic thing. I don't use cream. I really don't. It's too, most creams are oily. You can get like oil-free creams and try them, but it's basically, I don't really use them. They never really seem to be good for me. They seem to just clog my pores really easily. And then I thought of one more thing, actually. I keep thinking of more things as I go along. But basically, I noticed a huge difference in oil, like oil production. I know my face looks shiny now, but I have some highlighter there. That's not that's not normal shininess. Yeah, the oil, because my skin was actually really oily, and I didn't even realize it before I started taking B5. I know that sounds kind of stupid, but for me, I'd had like that for so long that it just kind of became like a normal thing. And I started taking B5, and within 2 or 3 weeks, my skin was so didn't get dry. It just was normal. This was normal. And also my hair wasn't getting as oily as fast, like at the roots. I know everyone's hair gets oily after a day or two, but that really helped with that as well. So just wanted to say that last thing. So I think even if someone doesn't have acne and they have oily skin, I think it would even help with that if it's bothering them, you know. That's another thing. So yeah, I'm gonna just shut up now because I feel like I'm rambling a bit, and I hate listening to videos that ramble on, so I'm not gonna do it anymore than I have already. And yeah, I hope this helps some of yous, or one of yous at least. And again, you can message me whatever questions or whatever. Okay.